The crunch of metal against packed snow echoed like a thunderclap through the quiet suburban cul-de-sac, freezing everyone in their tracks. In that split second, as the steam billowed from the hood of her gleaming black SUV, the self-proclaimed queen of the Homeowners Association sat there, airbag deflated against her chest, staring at the unharmed snowman that had just totaled her ride and her reputation in front of the entire neighborhood. It all started on one of those picture-perfect winter mornings in Maplewood Estates, a cookie-cutter suburb in upstate New York where every lawn was manicured to within an inch of its life, and the air smelled like fresh snow mixed with unspoken resentment. I'd moved here 2 years ago after a messy divorce, hoping for a fresh start with my son, Tommy. He was 8, full of energy, and obsessed with building things. That day, the first heavy snowfall blanketed everything in white, turning the neighborhood into a silent wonderland. Tommy bolted outside, mittens flopping, yelling, "Dad, let's make the biggest snowman ever. One that touches the sky." I chuckled, figuring it'd last an hour before he got bored. But we dove in. We rolled massive balls of snow, packing them tight, stacking them higher and higher until the thing loomed over us like a frosty guardian. Tommy jammed in a carrot nose, coal eyes, and a battered old hat from the garage. Neighbors strolled by, waving. Mrs. Jenkins from next door even brought hot cocoa, saying it was the most fun she'd seen in years. For a fleeting moment, the place felt alive. Not like the pressure cooker it usually was, with its endless HOA rules dictating everything from fence heights to holiday lights. But peace in Maplewood was as fragile as an icicle. Enter Barbara, the HOA president, a woman in her mid-50s with a perm that screamed, "I need to speak to the manager," and a smile that never reached her eyes. She patrolled the streets like a one-woman Gestapo, clipboard in hand, enforcing bylaws that made the 10 Commandments look lax. "Mr. Ellis," she called out, her voice slicing through the crisp air as she marched up my driveway in fur-lined boots that probably cost more than my monthly mortgage. She eyed the snowman like it was a meth lab. "This edifice violates Section 4.2 of the Covenants, no temporary structures exceeding 5 feet without prior approval." I blinked, wiping snow from my gloves. "It's a snowman, Barbara. Made of snow. It'll melt in a week." Tommy peeked from behind me, his cheeks rosy. She ignored him, scribbling furiously. "Standards must be upheld for the greater good. Uniformity preserves property values." Her tone dripped with that full moral superiority, like she was saving the world from anarchy one petty infraction at a time. I tried to laugh it off. "Come on. It's just fun. Remember fun?" She tore off a pink violation slip and thrust it at me. "Fun doesn't pay the bills when buyers flee our unkempt chaos. Comply by sundown, or fines accrue." As she pivoted away, her coat swishing dramatically, Tommy tugged my sleeve. "Is our snowman bad, Dad?" I knelt down. "Nah, kiddo. Some people just hate seeing others happy." But inside, I seethed, not at the slip, but at how she turned joy into a battlefield. That night, the neighborhood hushed under a blanket of stars, the snowman standing sentinel in the moonlight. I was tucking Tommy in when a low rumble shook the windows. Headlights pierced the dark, veering wildly toward my yard. I dashed to the door just as the SUV, Barbara's, unmistakable with its HOA Pride bumper sticker, accelerated straight at the snowman. The impact was deafening, metal screeching, glass shattering, the vehicle buckling like tin foil. Yet the snowman held firm, its base so densely packed from our all-day effort that it might as well have been concrete. Steam hissed. And Barbara slumped over the wheel. Dazed. Tommy ran up behind me. Eyes wide. Did she hurt Frosty? Neighbor's lights flicked on. Doors creaking open. I stepped out. Phone in hand. Recording discreetly. Barbara stumbled from the wreck. Lipstick smeared. Fury twisting her features. You booby-trapped it. That's assault. Her voice cracked. High-pitched and absurd. A chuckle escaped from Mr. Ramirez across the street. Then another from the Wilsons. Soon, muffled laughter rippled through the cold air. Assault on a snowman, someone muttered. Barbara spun. Pointing wildly. This is vandalism. I'll have you all cited. But as she slipped on ice. Clipboard skittering away. The laughter swelled. She stormed off. Leaving her totaled SUV like a monument to her idiocy. Tommy high-fived me. Frosty won. I nodded. But I knew this was just the opening salvo. Word spread faster than a viral TikTok. By morning, whispers buzzed at the community mailbox cluster. Did you hear? Barbara declared war on a snowman and lost. I got sympathetic nods at the grocery store. But Barbara wasn't one to slink away. An email pinged in, urgent HOA notice, hazardous yard obstruction. It accused me of reckless endangerment, claiming the snowman was a frozen weapon that damaged her vehicle during a routine patrol. I snorted, routine patrol at midnight? But then the rumors started. At the park, Mrs. Jenkins pulled me aside. She told the book club you reinforced it with rocks. Said you're unstable since your divorce. Tommy came home from school upset. Kids say you're a bad dad who builds killer snowmen. I hugged him. Boiling inside. But stayed silent. Observation was key. I'd learned that from years in sales. Let the opponent overplay their hand. Barbara ramped up the pettiness. Citations flooded my mailbox for excessive holiday cheer, a single string of lights. Unauthorized pet tracks, from our cat. Even visual pollution from Tommy's sled. Each one laced with her sanctimonious notes, for the community's harmony. Neighbors confided in hushed tones. She fined me for mismatched curtains last year. Made us remove our bird feeder, said it attracted vermin. The fear she'd cultivated was cracking. Replaced by eye rolls and smirks. But Barbara doubled down. Calling an emergency meeting at the clubhouse. A bland room smelling of stale coffee and desperation. She arrived with a sling on her arm, dramatic much, and banged the gavel. Fellow residents. We're under siege by flagrant disregard for order. She gestured wildly. This man's lethal ice sculpture nearly killed me while I safeguarded our streets. Gasps. But skeptical ones. When I spoke. Calm as ice. It was snow. Folks. Built with my son. No rocks. No traps. Murmurs of agreement. Then old Mr. Hargrove, the tech-savvy retiree, cleared his throat. Actually, my security cam caught it all. Care to see? Barbara? Her face paled beneath the powder. That's an invasion of privacy. But the room demanded it. As the video played, her SUV idling. Then gunning deliberately, the whispers turned to outright guffaws. Routine patrol? Looks like road rage. Barbara adjourned in a huff. But the seed of doubt was planted. The harassment escalated into farce. Barbara patrolled daily. Snapping photos of my non-compliant mailbox, a millimeter off-center. Yelling at kids for snowball fights, potential projectiles. One afternoon, she organized a safety seminar in the park. Building a puny snowman prop and announcing, Watch how these hazards maim. She revved a rented golf cart. Charged it. And overshot. Flipping the cart into a snowbank. Sprawling face first in front of a crowd with phones out. The clip went viral on Nextdoor, HOA boss versus Snow, round 2, Snow wins. Memes exploded, Barbara's face photoshopped onto crashing cars. She retaliated with flyers in every mailbox. Beware, Ellis's history of deception, endangering our children. Pure lies. Twisting my divorce into violent tendencies. Tommy got teased. But I held fire. Gathering ammo. Neighbors slipped me intel, budget discrepancies. Unexplained fees. Quiet accountant mess. Patel visited one evening. Stack of ledgers in hand. I audited before she ousted me. Look, HOA funds siphoned for her spa days. Labeled administrative retreats. We poured over it with Hargrove, who had backups of everything. She's embezzling, he growled. The Snowman just lit the fuse. As Barbara's antics grew clownish, finding a family for asymmetrical snow shoveling, rebellion brewed. Yards sprouted defiant snowmen. Some with signs, Barbara-proof. She raged. Clipboard waving. But couldn't cite them all. Her husband stopped accompanying her. Embarrassment etched on his face. The boiling point hit at the quarterly HOA assembly. The hall crammed with fed-up residents. Barbara swept in. Cane thumping, new prop. Launching into a tirade, Ellis orchestrates chaos. His frozen menace assaulted me, here's proof. She waved doctored photos. I let her rant. Her voice rising to hysterical peaks. Excuses piling like bad debt. Then Hargrove rose. Counterproof. The video replayed, her deliberate charge. Clear as day. The room erupted in boos. You attacked a snowman, someone yelled. Miss. Patel followed. Projecting spreadsheets, missing thousands. Personal charges. She's stealing our dues. Shock rippled. Turning to outrage. Resign, chants swelled. Barbara shrieked. Lies. Conspiracy, but her empire crumbled. She fled amid jeers. Power stripped in real time. The board voted her out that night. Weeks later, her lawsuit landed, demanding damages for negligent snow fortification and emotional duress. Laughable. But I lawyered up. In court, a no-nonsense judge in Rochester presided. Barbara's attorney painted me as a menace, she testified dramatically. Dabbing fake tears. He booby-trapped it. The judge raised an eyebrow. My turn, simple truth. Father-son bonding. Then the video, irrefutable. Barbara exploded, fabricated. The judge slammed the gavel. Dismissed. Frivolous, pay his fees. Plus sanctions. Outside. Neighbors cheered. Her insurer dropped her for fraud, audits confirmed embezzlement. Charges loomed. Maplewood transformed. New board, Hargrove as prez. Patel treasurer, axe dumb rules. Yards bloomed with creativity, wild gardens. Kid forts. Tommy built another colossal snowman, the block joined. Turning it into a festival. Laughter echoed. Free from tyranny. Barbara's house sold quick. Her vanishing like melting snow. As I watched Tommy play under the streetlights. Hargrove sidled up. Who knew a snowman could topple a dictator? I grinned. Power's fragile when built on hot air. So, tell me, in a world of overzealous rule enforcers, was Barbara the real villain? Or do neighborhoods need a little chaos to stay human? Drop your thoughts below, did she deserve the meltdown? Or was the snowman asking for it?